Something stuck in my teeth. I hope that wasn't in the whole video. Do I look like Snow White? Definitely don't sound like her. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we are doing a Snow White inspired look. We are transforming ourselves into Snow White. This is gonna be a two-parter, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel, hit that button, hit the notification bell so you know when I post part 2, and then give this video a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get into this. So today for my foundation, I'm using the Mary Kay Time Wise foundation. This one is in beige 2 and beige 1. I'm gonna mix them together. If you wanna go for a more true Snow White look, go ahead and do a very fair, like couple shades lighter than your skin tone, very fair. But since I'm just doing a wearable of this, I'm gonna go with my normal. I'm gonna put that all over my face. So once I spread it out with my brush, I'm gonna go in with a damp beauty blender and just blend it all out. Now going in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I'm gonna put it under the usual areas, so your eyes, down the center of your nose, forehead, chin. I like doing my laugh lines as well. And then also kind of covering any sort of blemish areas that are any acne imperfections. Blend that in with the same damp beauty blender you just used to blend in the foundation. Now, if you're not going to turn this into a scary look and you're just using it for the beauty portion, make sure to be very precise with all of this. It really makes a difference. But I'm about to destroy it anyways. I'm just doing this part for the photos, and then maybe I'll run out and go get some food. So it's definitely doable. But if I was actually wearing this all day, I would be a lot more precise with exactly where I'm putting the concealers and stuff like that. In general, I did it just about how I would normally do it. I was just a little bit messy about it. So if you're one of those who wants to be quick and out the door, definitely be messy about it. It's not that big of a deal. It still does the job, gets the job done. So we've gone in with that. I am not gonna do a cream contour because Snow White is very fair. I know this is already not fair, but again, it's just kind of, it's supposed to be an everyday Snow White inspired. And then of course I'm gonna be messing it up anyways. So no cream contour today, but I am gonna go in with a cream blush. I am obsessed with this Rare Beauty cream blush. This one is in Bliss. All it takes is one, literally one dot on each cheek. Maybe two if you're wanting to go a little bit more with the blush there, because you do cover it with translucent powder, but then I blend it with my sponge as well. And just to be a little bit more dramatic with it, I am gonna go in with just one more on each cheek, blend that out. And again, this is only because I'm being dramatic for a more SFX, special effects makeup look. If it was my everyday, I would stick with just the two little dots. Now it shows better, more natural on camera, but in the mirror right now, it's definitely more, it almost looks like I just got embarrassed, like I'm blushing. That's what it looks like in the mirror. Like, that's okay. It definitely brings some color, and I like to kind of blend it all right here, and then once it's mostly blended, blend it out up towards my brow. Perfect, so I'm nice and rosy. Now we're gonna set it with translucent powder. You know, something that I've actually been doing since I wipe a lot of these looks off right away, I guess it depends on how my day's gonna go. If I am going out with friends or going out somewhere and I need the makeup to last all day, I am gonna use a really good translucent setting powder. I normally use my Laura Mercier setting powder. Absolutely love this stuff. It's amazing. If I am going to, honestly, to work where I don't really need to be super glam, I use like a more off-brand or a drugstore setting powder. And then if it's for these special effects looks, well, I'm gonna wipe it off literally maybe 5 minutes after I take photos. I have it on just for a little bit. So what I've been doing is putting baby powder on my face. So I pour some of it out, and then I use a brush, tap off any excess, and set my face. Just stamp it on. And it doesn't add any color. It doesn't make me look white. Like, it's literally perfect. It does not clog my pores. And in fact, I'm not gonna lie, since I've been doing this, I've had less blemishes, less acne and stuff after. It still holds really well. It's technically not a setting powder, but it takes away all my oiliness, and it still sets the makeup. It does what I need it to do. So I don't know why I started doing this one day. I just was like, you know what? I don't feel like wasting my expensive $40 powders. Instead, let me just get a cheap bottle of stuff that's used on babies so you know it's safe on your skin. I've been enjoying it. I'm still gonna go in with bronzer. So just using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette and going in probably with the lightest bronzer that I have. I'm still gonna bronze up. Again, this is the wearable version still, so we want to give you some definition on your face if you're going to be going out. And the key places that I always apply my bronzer are at my cheekbones right here, as usual, my jawline, and then my forehead. I have this, the contour technique that I use is for my face shape. If you have like a tiny little forehead, don't bronze your forehead. That's not, you don't want to contour and shade it. You want to, that's gonna hide it. It's gonna conceal it. It's gonna make it look even smaller. So I do my cheekbones because I want to look more sucked in. And then I do my jawline to hide any double chin because, yeah, your girl needs to hide that. And then I do my forehead because I have such a big forehead, so I don't mind kind of making it seem more shapely and reasonable towards my head. And then the sides of my nose are just to slim down the nose. Now, if you're one of those people who have a super, maybe a tiny nose, or you wish to accentuate your nose more instead of conceal it, well then don't do the contour on it. It's completely up to you, it's your preference, but you have to know your face shape and what works and doesn't work for you. So this has been lots of practice for me. Like, I no longer do the temples right here, I mostly just go right here and then the top of my forehead. I love doing under my lip to kind of give me a little bit more of a pout, and then also right here my Cupid's bow, and then I highlight like around the Cupid's bow. It's just something that I think flatters my face and my lips more. So it all depends on your face shape and what your preference is. But in general, it's normally gonna be here, forehead, jawline, and then the sides of your nose. I'm gonna add in that yellow highlight too, just down the center. I'm just gonna pat it. I don't have my proper highlighting brush. And anywhere I didn't contour or I did not bronze is where I'm gonna pat this, just to accentuate just a little bit more. It really doesn't do much because I'm using barely any of it. Normally it would actually make a difference, but we are also going to bake our face right now while we do the eyeshadows. So again, going in with that damp beauty blender, just taking up whatever powder you use. I always like baking under the eyes because for me, my makeup sets there. I'm in my late 20s now, and well, I got some fine lines and under eye wrinkles now. So if I set it, then my makeup's not gonna crease into them and make it look even more wrinkly. Then also because I'm still in my 20s, I still get oily face, acne, stuff like that. So my nose and my forehead always get so oily, and so does my chin. So I like to bake that because it prolongs the oiliness for me. I won't be oily right away. It helps set. Another area that I personally like to do, but I don't see a lot of people do this, is the laugh lines. I've always had really, really deep indented laugh lines. So again, this is another area that I notice my makeup will crease into, and then it sets like a crease. It sets like it's a permanent wrinkle. And so it doesn't work for me. So I like to bake there while I'm doing eyeshadow. And I used to never do this, but then I saw other people do it and it actually really did help, is I then shape out. We just contoured right there, so then I kind of clean it up with that line right there. And that is where I barely use product, but there's still a little bit. Okay, so right now I am going to zoom you in and we are going to do the eyes. So let's go ahead and prep the eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour extended eye. Awesome, so I'm going into my James Charles and Morphe palette, and I'm using the darkest blue in the palette. It's on the very last row, the fourth blue in, so the matte one, not the shimmery one. And then go ahead and use a fluffy brush, and we're gonna place that on the outer and inner corners of the eyes. Don't go too far in. Now after you've blended, you may realize you want to add a little bit more blue to that, make it darker, make it lighter, whatever you want. I'm just here to inspire and encourage you. And I actually got this look inspired by a makeup artist I actually found on TikTok, and I loved it. Her name's Danielle. I'll make sure to tag everything down below, like her Insta and her TikTok, so then that way you guys can follow her as well. But I saw her do a Snow White look, and the eye makeup that she did is what inspired me to do this. And then I also was inspired by, I believe her name's Sonia. Again, I'll tag that down below as well. But she did a look similar, but it wasn't Snow White. It was just yellow and blue. And that's one of the reasons I also wanted to do this. So I'll make sure to tag those down below because they're amazing artists. You guys can use them as well, but hopefully I'm inspiring you a little bit to try out this look. Because I am a professional, but I'm in no way well known quite yet. One day guys, I'll get out there. So then now, just to add a little bit more shimmer, I'm gonna go in with the shimmer blue that was just next to the other blue that I used. It's, again, the last row, but this time from left to right, it's the 5th blue in. I'm just gonna add a little bit of that over the one I put in the outer corner. Sorry guys, I don't know the name of these shades anymore. I threw away the clear sheet thing that was in this that had the names of the shades because it just kept falling out and getting in the way. If I ever make my own palette, a girl can dream, I'll make sure to put the names printed on the actual eyeshadow container itself. All right, so then just keep blending. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of a lighter, brighter blue right on the, like right where the other ones ended. And we're gonna do a halo eye. All right, so now what you're gonna do is grab a concealer brush and some concealer, and we're gonna create a little halo eye. You could technically also use your eyeshadow base for this too. So grab a little bit of concealer, and only in the center is where we're doing it. So this isn't a cut crease, this is a halo eye. So I only dab a little bit there. I still look up so I know where I want it to land, and then I blend it in here. And then I just keep dabbing that concealer until it looks like it's nice and blended. There's no harsh edge. And I do the same to the other eye. Next we are going to go in with the yellow shade. So first I'm going to try a brush, like a flat small concealer brush, and going in with yellow. Like this is a pretty bright yellow, so that I like that. In the James Charles palette, it is the second to last row, first shade. It's very clear that that's yellow, but let's pat that on where we put all the concealer. Okay, we're back. I already did the mascara. I don't know why I always do that before everything else. I just do. So we're gonna head and do the brows now. Take a little spoolie brush, and I like brushing them up first, kind of setting them into place. And then I will go in with a brow setter. Like the one I have is the Kylie Cosmetics brow gel, and I'll set them into place and then put in the powder. Because then you know where you're filling in and stuff like that. I used to not do that, but for some reason it's been working for me lately and I like it, so it's just the new way I do my brows. For today's video I will not be doing the gel, but if this was an everyday look that I was just going out, I would do the gel. Now for my powder, I'm going in with any black powder that I have. It could be your eyebrow powder, it could be your eyeshadow, but Snow White has black hair, so I want my eyebrows to be dark, and then I'll be throwing on a black wig as well. So let's go ahead and fill in the brows with the black. And to finish off this look, we're gonna go in with blush, highlight, and a lipstick. So for my blush, I'm using the NYX Sweet Cheeks it's matte in the shade Rose and Play. She has very rosy cheeks. Well, I don't remember. I need to watch the movie again, but I'm gonna add more to my cheeks, even though I did the liquid blush. Sometimes I like doing the powder too because blush still fades the fastest. So it gives me just a little bit more of a rosy, cute cheekness. And then with my ColourPop Luster Dust, that's how I'm going to add highlight. And then I'm going to add to the usual places, so the high points of my cheekbones, the center of my nose, brow bone, inner corner of my eyes. And then, like I mentioned earlier in this video, on my Cupid's bow. I mentioned this earlier that I might go in with on the center of my lid, and I'm going to do that now, just to bring some more shimmer. I want to go in with my Hot Ombre red color. So going in with that, step 1 is Fire. Okay, that actually is a good red. And then step 2 is Alarm. So I put the Fire just on the outer edge, and now I put Alarm in the center. Oh yeah, that works. I like that. I like that a lot. So with a setting spray, I'm going to set my face, especially if you were going out all day with this, and then I'm going to be right back. I will throw on lashes and the wig so you can see the actual Snow White look before I do the body paint and then the creepy what's to come. So that way at least you can see what the finished look looks like, but also with a wig. In general, this is what the finished look looks like without a wig and just with my hair messy and braided. So I hope you guys like this part. I hope you guys wear this out, especially if you're going to be going to like downtown Disney or something. That'll be fun. But I will be back. I love setting my face. It just feels so good and just refreshing and anyways, be right back with all those little finishing touches and then we'll continue on to the next set. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'll be back. Oh, I really feel like a Disney princess. See, if my skin was super, if I put the white foundation on like super light, I would probably look just like Snow White. I love this. I just threw a Christmas ribbon on. This is all that I had left, so it's not a perfect bow. Sorry guys, but okay, so this is the finished look of the beauty half and of part 1. So if you guys want to continue and see the special effects, so that will include the body paint and then me looking poisoned, please stay tuned, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. Part 2 will be coming up soon. I'm filming it in the same time, but I gotta edit it at different times, and anyways, and then that way hopefully it keeps you guys coming back for more. And I think I'm gonna do a whole Disney series. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments what princess you want to see next. But again, this is part 1, so subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys for part 2. Bye!